Welcome to Top Tier Talk. Stay tuned for insightful talks with top mind.
Hi,
Welcome.
Zoran. How are you?
Prabhat, I'm excellent this afternoon.
Great that you have joined our Top Tier Talk podcast, and I know you are in market or the digital marketing and lead generation business for quite some time. If you can let us know about yourself a little bit, it would be great, and
Sure.
we'll take it further.
Okay. Well, my main business is Dalmata Marketing. So what we do is we basically help. I focus on B2B businesses, and we help them generate lead campaigns as well as optimize their marketing systems or their operations. So we focus on data-driven strategies, marketing automation, and personalizing campaigns specifically for the client and their specific industry to improve conversion rates. Take a very hands-on approach. I work directly with owners and their sort of representatives. And the goal again is to introduce more higher performing lead gen campaigns so that they can grow a little bit more predictably. And I also offer for some other clients, I also offer outsourced CMO service. So for a few clients, I work as their part of their management team, their leadership team, and that works well when there's a deeper engagement, deeper requirement for my services.
Great. I think slowly generative AI is coming into the picture of digital marketing, lead generation, or all aspect of the marketing. What is your thought process on that?
It is changing everything, and it's changing from a marketing point of view. It's changing digital marketing very quickly, especially in areas like content creation. So AI is helping marketers produce content at a much faster rate. So whether it's copy or blogs or other sort of content, we can produce it faster and at scale, and that's especially a very big impact for smaller, say medium-sized organizations that might not have in-house marketing resources. So that's opened up an opportunity for those companies to do it. It's also helping people with SEO. So you can analyze things like keywords and trends very quickly, and that can help you to again develop content that engages. On a slightly different tangent, websites, like we should be refreshing our websites on a regular sort of basis, and the main barrier for most companies to do that is developing fresh, relevant content for their website. So again, AI helps with that. And then another sort of interesting thing is we can get a lot of content in terms of data on our clients or our prospects, their behavior, the sort of things that can lead to understanding intent a bit better. That leads us to, these days, developing much more personalized campaigns that can, again, engage much more strongly with our prospects.
Okay. Anyway, so my next question would be like you have developed three-step system for automation or automated lead generation. Can you please highlight those points, how you did in past and how generative AI is helping at the moment?
Okay. Well, like you said, my main sort of service for clients is lead generation, and we certainly have developed the system. So the system is basically 3 steps, which we call setup, growth, and acceleration. So it's lead generation. First part to really highlight is it's digital lead generation. So we work through social channels and other digital channels. So the setup stage is really laying the foundation to optimize your digital profile in terms of your business profile, and ensuring that when someone sees your profile or they land on your profile, that it's extremely obvious in terms of what your company does and the value that you offer clients. Then the next stage is the growth phase. So that's where we start. Once we've optimized our digital presence, then we start running targeted prospecting campaigns, which is all about content creation. And I can't help myself but be a bit cheeky when you said AI helps making content easier. I
Yeah.
would still say, and it's been the same for years, that content is the hardest thing to do in marketing. It's we might be able to do it quicker now, but it's certainly always hard to develop valuable content for clients in terms of prospecting and all that sort of stuff. So the growth phase is those prospecting campaigns, and then the accelerated stage is really where we leverage social selling and tracking engagement data. So we use some tools there to scale up our prospects, the connections with prospects at scale. And we do that through a number of different, not just using technology, but systems that we implement within the company, engaging with the sales team, engaging with the leaders of the organization to really push out our message and connect with as many prospects as possible through a range of digital channels. So again, AI is critical for all of that. It's critical for analyzing our target audiences. It's critical to analyze engagement and developing content. But again, I'd really stress that point. Developing high quality content is extremely difficult.
Yeah.
And I mean that truly, because if it's really truly engaging content and something valuable, that means you've got to have a content team that's really focused on developing that content, and it needs more than just one person contributing. You need
Yeah, I'm actually this triggered me to ask maybe one more question, which is because most of my listeners will be from Indian continent. They just maybe they wanted to enter into the Australian market. How they can generate the leads? Maybe like I may not able to say you exact product or services they are offering, but what is the process or what are the, I know the Australian market is not that easy to enter. So what could be your suggestion or advice? Obviously, they can also connect with you directly if they need it to get or the lead generation they need. But any other advice or suggestions for my viewer how to enter into the Australian market?
Well, I think every geographical market has got its own quirks and characteristics. And quirks, I use that word because we're all unique in terms of, where you grow up and where you work and live. You get a set of ways of looking at life and looking at how you engage with other people and all those sort of things. So that is something that happens every time you hit a market that's not your home market. So number one, I think it's research in terms of making sure that your product or service that might have been a killer product, let's say in India, is it really suitable for the Australian market? So right down to the features of the product and why those features are relevant for the Australian market. Even going back again to basics, like what are the pain points that you want to resolve, and are those pain points the same in Australia? I'm sure that 90% of the time it is, but those points that maybe aren't as clear for Australians need to be clarified, and maybe that needs a bit of product development or rejigging. I'm not sure, but I'd certainly say understand the market and then understand really the language and the customs of how people are communicated to here. If it's a B2B sort of solution or product, that would be easier because you're probably using professional language and professional sort of selling tactics. If you're talking a consumer product, well, there's a whole range of new triggers that you'd have to account for, and the channels are very different in terms of social marketing, in terms of where you engage with those particular prospects as well. So that would be the second point. And really, after that, it's the same execution and follow-up of the standard wherever you are. So I think, that, and we could talk forever. I mean, if it's a B2B product or service, you'd have to think about your intermediaries who in this country are the right person or organizations to deal with versus what you've done before. Is the the journey to the client the same as it is, or are there new intermediaries here? We could talk about it for hours, really, but I think
Yes,
I
know,
think that's
I know, and
just off the top of my head.
yes, yes. So, I think very nicely you have said. I was saying, you need to understand the culture, you need to understand the people, you need to understand the problem statement, what the your product is solving. Right? If it is fitting, then only people will accept your the USP or unique selling proposition, right? So. Anyway, that is one side, but definitely it was nice talking to you, Joran. I will not take much of your time now. Thank you very much, Joran, and we'll close this podcast now. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for the
Thank you for
opportunity,
watching
Prabhat.
Top Tier Talk. Stay tuned for more insightful talks with top minds. See you next time.